Hey everybody, welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm your host Robert Durden, and this episode is about where AOC went wrong and what can we do in the future to try to get people in office that aren't going to sell out like she did. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I really don't have any concrete answers other than I think that the vetting process for the Justice Democrats needs to be changed, or we need to start up another Justice Democrats-like organization that can have more strict rules on what platform you're going to run on. But also, here's the thing, guys. The reason I think that AOC sold out is that she didn't suffer long enough under the current system. She's very young when she won office, and then she was a bartender for what, a handful of years? You know, I think she's something like, I think she's 30 now. So she worked, labor jobs for less than a decade. And that normally would be enough to kind of radicalize some people. And I imagine that did fuel her original run and why she was so awesome for the first 2 years. But I don't think she was downtrodden enough. And that's the key. I would like for us to do something where we can try to put up candidates who really, really have not just gone through middle class lifestyles when they grew up, but no poverty, true poverty. I think it would be beneficial if these people could have been so downtrodden as they've been growing up that they actually hate the system, and they will campaign on their hatred for the people they're running against and the people that they hate in Congress. And unfortunately, that's, I think, the next step we have to take, because I can't trust anybody anymore. Even Cori Bush has been defanged, just like that. And I thought for sure she was going to be a fighter. And the thing is, guys, in my heart of hearts, if I were in these guys' situation, there's no amount of money you could possibly throw at me, no amount of parties you could invite me to, no amount of interaction that you could give me with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all these other people that would make me hate them one iota less no matter what. I would go in there and absolutely breathe smoke on these fuckers every day because I literally hate them. I literally, in my bones, hate these people. And that's what you need to have, I think, to run and resist the money. You have to know that the money is the root issue. You have to be completely anti-capitalism and, of course, anti-corruption. And you have to just be willing to go in there and be like, listen, I'm not in here to make this a career. I'm not here to make friends. This is my kamikaze campaign theory or suggestion that people need to start doing. But we need to start running people that are angrier than AOC, that have suffered more than AOC. The only way that we're going to be able to get people in there that aren't bribable is by putting people in there that genuinely hate Nancy Pelosi, hate the establishment, and will stop at nothing to wreck them. So I don't have any other real answers other than that. I think our vetting process needs to be to find people who are even more fiery and more angry at the system, and preferably people that have really, really gone through the ringer. You know, people that have maybe been impoverished their entire life or homeless, or that have dealt with things like, police brutality or drug addiction or, spousal abuse, anybody that's gone through it and that understands that we have a lot of systemic problems in this country and they can't wait. Those are the people we need in office. People that have never had health insurance before and know the stress of wondering whether or not your next day is going to be your last because you can't pay a hospital bill. Or people that, wanted to go to college but were never able to afford it because they grew up in an impoverished area and were never able to secure loans and couldn't get into or couldn't go to college because it was a price thing. Get those very angry people in Congress. That's the only way we're going to be able to, keep people from going over to the dark side like AOC did. She went in there, she let celebrity overtake her. She got a taste of what it's like to make six figures, and she didn't hate the people she was running against or hate the people in Congress enough to be effective to go in there and actually knock down the House, which is sad because that's exactly what you said you were going to do, AOC. So I wish I had a better solution, guys, but we need people that are willing to campaign on fuck the other person. Fuck who I'm running against. Fuck the establishment. Do kind of what Trump did. People like that. And you know what? You'll win. And when you get in there, it should be, I'm going to school these people. I am going to be their enemy. I am not going to do a goddamn thing that doesn't have to do with sandbagging the establishment. I'm going to go in there and actually knock down the house. That's what you should do. But other than that, I mean, anybody can lie. Anybody can pretend that they're that angry. But I think we're past the time of running people that are, like AOC, that are impressionable and that don't have enough anger and hatred towards the establishment. As we've seen, they can be brought over to the dark side, and AOC's not coming back. Sorry, guys, she's not coming back. So what I want to see is angrier people that have gone through more shit than AOC did. If you can put those people in Congress, I think that they actually might stand a chance. So maybe I'm wrong, guys, but keep fighting the good fight out there. I got one more episode coming later. We'll see ya.